Alright guys, we're here with Lars Bakken, multiplayer lead for Bungie, and we're talking about Halo Reach tonight, and we're here at the Reach event at the Edison for E3 2010. Lars, say hello.
How's it going, guys?
So Lars, tell us about the new Firefight mode that we're talking about tonight.
Sure. So Firefight has been revealed now for Reach. It's been completely overhauled, so all the sweet new network functionality and social preferences that you guys experienced in the beta are being put into Firefight now. So Firefight is fully matchmaking compliant. You'll never have to play Firefight by yourself again. You'll be able to join in matchmaking and see our wares firsthand.
So what's changed from the last time? I know you were talking about service tags going from 3 letters and numbers to 4 for ODST because there was no matchmaking and there wasn't going to be any problems. So what's going to happen now with matchmaking? Is it going to be a harder filter?
We're definitely upgrading the filter just to make sure that people can't get crazy stuff into matchmaking. But yeah, we still have the 4-letter service tags. If you played in the beta, you saw that we had the 4-letter service tags, letters and numbers. And I think with ODST, we opened it up to the full keyboard capability of the 360. We had to narrow that back down because there are way too many suggestive things in the other keyboards and other languages, but it's completely English alphanumeric now, 4 digits.
Okay. So tonight I did notice there's a couple new weapons, like there's the concussion rifle for the elites, and also the laser designator rifle for the ODSTs.
Yeah.
So tell us a little more about that.
So yeah, those are just 2 of the new weapons. There's probably there might be more stuff in there, but those are the 2 kind of high-level things. The laser designator, it allows you to paint areas of the terrain or even individual units like tanks or even a grunt, for example. You can pinpoint it on them, and then you're basically sending to artillery off in the distance. You're telling them where to paint and where to throw this artillery at, and about 10 seconds later you see a number of these missiles come down and bombard in random areas in that location. It's very powerful, but we kind of limit it a little bit with Firefight. There's only so many uses before the thing goes offline. We do recharge it after a while, but we only get to use it so many times. And then the concussion rifle, yeah, it's new elite kind of high-intensity impact rifle where you shoot it. It does a lot of physical damage too, so if you're being hit with a vehicle with the concussion rifle, you're actually going to be knocked around. It's very cool to be shot at though, because it's these really cool, big, superheated blue bursts of plasma.
Yeah.
They do a lot of damage.
So I know the medal system has gotten a lot of upgrades, and there's some new medals tonight. I saw Firebird.
Yeah.
So tell us more about like the wrenching of the medals.
I mean, everything in Reach has been completely overhauled, down to the medal system. We have a lot of new medals. You probably saw a lot of them in the beta.
Yeah.
And then there are new things like that are specific to armor abilities. So Firebird is one where if you get a kill while you're jetpacking, we actually call it out in a medal, and it's a multiplier as well.
Okay.
So we're trying to incentivize players to do new and unique things when they're killing guys to gain more points, just like we did in ODST Firefight.
Right. And now the new armor ability for tonight was shield? Drop shield.
Yeah.
Drop shield. So tell us more about that.
So drop shield is really a proto bubble shield. You remember the bubble shield from Halo 3 where you could plant it down and you were impenetrable. Well, this version called the drop shield actually takes damage, and you'll see it change color as it's taking damage. If you take a couple of Wraith rounds, that thing is gone. But the other really cool feature of the drop shield is that it heals you while you're inside it. So we found even in our own internal playtest that a guy takes the medic loadout and they're dropping down the drop shield and actually healing their, compadres while they're running around the battlefield. Someone will be like, "Who has a drop shield?" And someone's like, "I do. I'm holding it here." And they lay it down, and then everyone comes in and gets their health back. It's really cool. It kind of adds this layer of depth that we may have not had in the past with our other armor abilities. So it allows you to work together as a team.
So with all these new armor abilities, you're creating like a class system. So if one person is always a medic in another game,
you could play it that way. You don't have to. Everyone could be medics if they wanted to and play lone wolf and like heal themselves and not worry about it. But it's kind of more satisfying to play as a team.
Yeah. So, is there any achievements you can talk about right now, or
No,
kind of still up in the air?
We're not talking about achievements yet.
Okay. And
They're figured out, but we're just not talking about them yet.
okay, but I'm sure they're gonna have that Bungie flair, secret inside jokes and whatever.
Yeah. There'll be
have
some
some
cool
fun.
ones in there.
So, Microsoft press brief for you guys did space combat. Can you
Yes.
talk about a little bit?
Sure.
A little bit?
Yeah, Space Combat was kind of our other big reveal, and man, it's another kind of piece of the core combat we're kind of bringing in and introducing. You know, in the same way when you got in that Scorpion for the first time and you were able to tear through the level in Combat Evolved, and you get in it, you use it for a little while, then you get out and you do something else. And Space Combat is really like that for us in Reach. It's one part of one level. It's not like you're going to be fighting in outer space for half the campaign. It is one unique segment, and we're showing a little bit of it at E3, but there are other things that are new and unique to Reach as well that we're not talking about
So
yet.
new vehicles, probably.
There are new vehicles in Reach. I think we've said that already in the past. We haven't talked about what they are yet. But one of them was the Saber, and now you guys know about that, and that's our outer space combat vehicle.
Well, we see that in the multiplayer space at all, do you think?
No outer space combat multiplayer, but at the same time, we still have 4-player cooperative through the campaign, and so if you have 4 guys playing in that particular mission, you're each in a separate Saber, and you're flying around fighting against the AI.
So what's your favorite map for Firefight of the two that we're seeing tonight?
Yeah, that's tough. They're both really different, so it's hard for me to choose one. I love Waterfront because of how intense it is, because it's much more like the Covenant are coming in from 360 degrees. You're owning kind of that center circle, and they're coming from all over around you. And then Beachhead is just so open, and it allows players to have the Warthog and the Ghost and the Wraith, and so they're just very different experiences.
All right, Lars, I'd like to thank you for your time tonight and the short interview.
Yeah.
So good luck to Reach. I know you guys are close to content complete and shipping, hopefully in the fall, 9/14.
Yep,
So,
September 14th.
September 14th. Any plans for PAX, do you think?
I'm sure we'll be at PAX. I don't know what we're doing yet, but hopefully we'll have something cool.
Keep an eye out.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Lars.
Yep.